Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Middleware Technologies. Today we will be looking at how we can create index aliases in OpenSearch. Okay, so this video is actually a continuation to my last video wherein I have shown you how we can use the CVE data JSON feed and try to index it using OpenSearch. But in today's video, we will try to see how we can use the feature of index aliases using the same JSON feed data for CVE. So I'm currently working on Fedora 35 workstation, and I have a Docker and Docker Compose installed with the following versions. So let us try to understand what is index aliases. Okay, so as I said, we can create indexes for the JSON data which we have, so that we can easily search and analyze the data using the OpenSearch tool. But let's say if you're trying to index multiple JSON files, let's say if we have a log file that is getting created every day, so you will be having a log file for each day getting rolled over in your server. So there will be an index getting created for that specific log file, like each day in the OpenSearch tool. So how are you going to basically search those logs? We do not want to search by manually navigating, manually specifying the particular index and trying to search the logs in that specific log file or a particular day. So for that purpose, we will be having aliases, wherein aliases helps us to club a particular set of indices or related indices, so that it will be easy for us to search all the indices related to a particular thing, let's say a log related to Apache or Nginx servers which are getting rolled on each day, and it will be easy for us to search using the aliases in all those specific indices. Okay, similar way, like if you have data related to months or years which you are trying to index, so you will be able to create an alias for a set of indices, like a set of months or set of years, so that you will be able to search into in that specific set of years or months using the aliases. So that is the whole purpose of creating the aliases. And also there is one more advantage of creating aliases, is like you won't require to hardcode the index pattern or index name into your application. Rather, you can create your applications and try to search using the index aliases, which will be independent of the index name that are created in the backend. Okay, and there is also one more advantage of re-indexing that can help without any downtime if you use index aliases. Okay, so that is the whole purpose of using the index aliases. So let's try to see like how we can create index aliases and try to search some data using the aliases. So for that purpose, we will be trying to start up our OpenSearch tool along with the OpenSearch dashboard. Okay, so this is the high level procedure that I have prepared, so we'll be following this one in this video. So as a first step, we need to have the OpenSearch and OpenSearch dashboard services up and running. For that, I'll be instantiating this Docker Compose file. So let us go into our shell and carry out that activity. So let us first start our Docker service. Okay, so my Docker service is started. Let me bring up my Docker Compose, which consists of OpenSearch and OpenSearch dashboard. Okay, so as you can see, like I'm starting the OpenSearch dashboard and OpenSearch service using only single cluster. Okay, so let us go into our browser and try to launch the OpenSearch dashboard, which is running on 5601. Okay, so this is going to launch our OpenSearch dashboard. So as you can see, like we are into our dashboard. Okay, so let me go into my documentation again. So as a first step, like we have started our OpenSearch and OpenSearch dashboard service, and we are able to access it. As I said, like this is a continuation to my last video. If you have any issues with the starting of the service, you can follow my like previous video, which is specified in the description. Okay, let me go into my next step now. So in the second step, what we are going to do is we are going to take multiple JSON feeds of CVE data and try to download, extract and index it using a script. Okay, so for that purpose, like we are preparing 3 files. So let me try to explain that one in my shell. So you can see this is my text file, which contains the name of the file and the link to that JSON feed. Okay, so right now I have year 2021, 2022 and recent and modified JSON feed available in this text file. But let me try to change it and remove it for time being. I'll just put the recent and modified one and remove the year one. Okay, so the whole purpose of this video is to show you how we can actually create alias backed with multiple indices. So we will create two, we will be using only 2 indices. So let me change my name of the indices, CVE test 1 and CVE test 2. Let me do it this way. Okay, so this is the first file that I wanted to show you, and the other file is the CVE data character. So here what I'm trying to do is basically I'm going through my text file and capturing the index name and JSON feed data and feeding it to my Python script, which is going to create the index and index the documents. Okay, so this is the Python script that I'm calling with the index name and JSON feed URL, so that it will take that as an input and try to create the indexed data in the OpenSearch. Okay, and my Python script extract, index and CVE data is same as per my last video, but the only thing that I have changed is I'm going to use those two variables which I'm trying to capture it using the bash using the sysarg variables which I'm calling from the bash script. Okay, bash script. So this is how like I have modified my script, and other than that, like it is almost similar. Nothing has changed. Like I have removed the get data function from here so that uh, it will be clear like what all functions we are using in this. Okay, so let's now run our bash script. Okay, so this is going to create our two indices and index the data in them. So as you can see, my index my script has been completed and it has created the indices required. So let us go into our dashboard and go into stack management, index patterns. Okay, so here you can see so we need to go into the create index and search for our index which we have try to create using the script. Okay, so as you can see, it has created CVE test1 and test2 indexes. So let me create the index pattern 1 and add it. And let us create another index pattern also, CVE test2. Okay, so now you can go into the discover and see we will have test1 and test2 indices available for search. So CVE test1 has 521 and CVE test2 has 1744 entries in the CVE data. Okay, but right now, as I said, if you want to search the data, you need to select your index and try to search for data in this specifically. Okay, so if I go to search, okay, so this is going to search specifically in this test1 CVE index. But as I said, like if your data is related, like this data CVE test1 and test2 is a related data related to the CVE information, like CVEs. So it has one was modified and one was recent. So if we want to search in both the indices at one time and try to get our results, so for that purpose we are going to create our aliases. Okay, so let us go into our documentation again. So as a second step, we have downloaded, extracted and indexed the multiple JSON feed data, so that is completed. So I have shown you the Python script, and we have executed that and created our index wrappers. We have executed our wrapper script and created the indexes. Now let us create our alias. Okay, so let me copy this and let us go into management dev tools. Let me copy this. So as we have created only 2 indices, so let me remove this additional stuff and remove the comma also, and let me rename my index name. Like we have created index name CVE test1 and CVE test2, and we are going to now create a alias for these 2 indices named CVE test alias for time being. Okay, you can name it anything, but make sure you remember what you are naming it. Okay, so now we have our 2 indices for which we are going to create alias using this aliases endpoint. Okay, so let us run this one. So as you can see, acknowledged through, that means this has been executed successfully. This request has been executed successfully. So let us go into our documentation again, and now let us validate our aliases. So get aliases we can do. So let me copy it over here and change my alias name as CVE test alias. So this is a very good tool. You can use it inbuilt into the OpenSearch dashboard. So you can prepare your request and try to execute it directly over here. Okay, so let us try to get aliases. Okay, let me correct it. It is CVE test alias. Okay, so as you can see, my alias contains 2 indexes, that is CVE test1 and CVE test2, which is related to the alias CVE test alias. Okay, so now we have created our alias with the backing indices, that is CVE test1 and CVE test2. Okay, now let us try to search our indices. So let us take this search query and do this post. Let me rename my alias name to CVE test alias. Okay, so let us try to, so what we are trying to do is we are trying to search in the alias with the CVE index, CVE ID for the item having this value CVE 2022 0122. Okay, so let us try to search it and see. Okay, looks like there is no data with this name in this indices, but let us try to do it this way. We could go into discover, and so right now we have only the index, but we do not have the alias over here. So let's try to create this index alias pattern over here. Go into stack management, index patterns, create index pattern, CVE test alias. Okay, so let us do it. Create index. Okay, now we will be having that CVE test alias available here, CVE test alias. So let us search for it. Let me remove this one, the Apache which I have. and update. Okay, now we have the correct data showing reflecting with the total number of items that are available related to the CVE test 1 and test 2 indices. Okay, so let me try to search for any specific CVE ID. Okay, so we can do this way: add filter, go into that specific field. So CVE data meta CVE dot CVE underscore data underscore meta dot ID. Okay, so this is a field which contains that CVE ID. So let me search for this value and save it. So as you can see, it has tried to extract two documents. Okay, so let me expand it. So it is available in CVE test 1 and this one is available in CVE test 2. So as you can see, like we are able to search for this CVE in both the indices which are backed by this alias. Okay, and coming to this field, like how I identified is, so basically if you go into the JSON data for this one, so you'll see it is available in CVE data, metadata and ID. So this is what exactly I'm trying to search. And if you want to have the query, you can go into this and you can take this query data directly and go into DevTools and you can copy this in this place. So this is same thing. Okay, so we are going to do a search, that is doing a post query with this following search. So this is going to give you the same result. Value 2 means there are 2 items that are available in the output. So in the simpler way, like you can explore like how you can use the aliases and try to search data instead of searching in the specific indices. Okay, so that is all like I wanted to show you in this video. I think I have covered all the steps over here. And yeah, so this is something like you can do, try to search for multiple phrases or multiple CVE data. So you can do all kind of activities that you carry out with the index using the alias. So that is the whole purpose of alias, so that you need not worry about what index you are trying to search and select it for that purpose. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Thank you all, thanks for watching this video, and you guys have a great day.